Say, let's go into the draft.
Save us production quickly.
Both metaphors. So Chen and Enchantress removed by Finem, and it was Io. Oracle got banned out last time, but this time it's the Beastmaster themselves, and Nature's Prophet left in by Finem, and this time picked up by Finem.
So big heroes right now for Na'Vi are, to me, probably the Seneko heroes, the Bounty Hunter, the Earth Spirit. I'd be keeping an eye on them. Lycan is also available if they want to go for it, but Prophet is one of those heroes that can actually deal with Lycan pretty well early game. Fairly difficult to harass out of the lane. If he's not laning against him, can rotate on him early and try and split push as well to counter Lycan's tower pressure.
Venge is also a big pick for Na'Vi right now. I think it's really good against. Nature's Prophet, you can always catch him out with the vision.
And Batrider.
Yeah, Batrider
if they really want to try and hunt him.
I think they picked them two together though.
Yeah,
like 100%, because you don't think they pick.
There's the Batrider. Will there be a Venge? There will.
There you go.
Damn.
Got him. Analyst on fire. All right.
Yep. And
This is looking much better for Finem. They're finally getting their comfort picks that they want. And Na'Vi doing that strategy that can sometimes work against that, just picking what they're comfortable with, what Daddy likes.
Banning Oracle, like the second kind of counter to
So all the popular Batrider counters are now either banned or picked by Na'Vi. They have the Venge, the Oracle's been banned, the Io was already banned. What to Finem do? Because when they were up against the Batrider, they had the Io, it was... Batrider was useless. He wasn't a hero.
It's true. Well, they're going to go ahead and say, no Lycan, please. They're not liking that one, LD.
Do you write these all down at home and just crack them? Because they're good. Like,
I've spent so many hours on this.
The sad part is we heard that one, I think, 2 weeks ago as well.
You reused them? What's your period like where it's okay? Is it 2 weeks?
Usually, not a lot of people actually
This is
pay
2 weeks
attention to
ago.
what I
He
say.
spends a lot of time sleeping on the couch at home,
It's
I
true.
imagine.
Hey, okay, good one. You bastard. Anyway, moving on. So, what band do you think we're going to be seeing here out of Na'Vi? I mean, they've pretty much already done their work.
I would say ban Queen of Pain, pick Invoker. Thug's Queen of Pain is really strong.
Yeah, could be a good idea.
I mean, we still have still the mid hero, Thug versus Dandy, right? We keep saying how much emphasis both teams lay on that mid lane. You got OD, Queen of Pain, and Invoker still in the game, which are the three most picked right now for both teams' mid heroes.
I kind of like banning a fighting carry here. I was going to say Gyro, but they actually banned the OD. So maybe looking for the Na'Vi Quap.
I think OD is
very survivable against the Bounty Hunter roam, and I think pairs well with this Batrider Venge where you want to be setting up a lot of ganks. Yeah,
in terms of signature heroes, Thug a little bit less comfortable on Invoker than on Queen of Pain. Like, obviously he can still play it, but he's still Queen of Pain, he favors that one.
I'd like Invoker for Na'Vi, to be honest. I think Invoker pairs up really well with Batrider and Venge. You know, they have amazing stuns to set up Sunstrike. You can also
5 seconds remaining.
You can kind of deal with the Bounty Hunter. It's
you
like
have to
sustain.
They need that defensive support then, or someone who's going to help the lane, because otherwise Bounty Hunter, Prophet, and the mid can all just
Na'Vi usually always pick at least one healing support. So maybe like the Witch Doctor comes up.
Yeah, the art style Witch Doctor comes to mind as a big one. That's probably his go-to hero after the
They pick it in synergy
say.
with Batrider as well, because they always use like the ulti, with the Batrider ulti, then Maledict.
Yep.
Like it's really
relative short cooldown as well.
Yeah, if they want something, if they want to pick something else for support, or they don't want to have to commit a support towards mid, I think the Queen of Pain is also still very viable, and that hero isn't really the easiest for Bounty Hunter to punish. So we'll see. That's normally the Dendi hero. If they want to hold off on that, what are you thinking? So they still need a Ra hero. Go-to heroes for him. There's the Queen of Pain.
Called it. Sorry, I get excited whenever I feel like we're playing bingo or something.
It's really cool. Bro.
Can we get like a
every time a correct prediction?
But I guess then you have to have a really bad sound whenever you don't get the prediction. What would that be? Oh, every time. Oh god.
Damn, that'd get depressing.
That'd be
All
savage.
right, coming up next for Finem.
Because then people will notice how often we're wrong. Let's not do that, because obviously we emphasize every time we're right, but we never emphasize when we're wrong. So when you're gonna do that, let's not.
Maybe like Zeus or something like that.
Zeus? We haven't seen any Zeus.
Go for the kind of globally thing.
For Na'Vi, you're saying? Or
for
Finem? Zeus versus Quap +1 is very risky.
You can always secure the mid lane, you know, sentry-wise, if you play Zeus, so it's really easy to pressure Dendi.
Is it easy to pressure Dendi though? Because you know there's going to be supports hanging around Dendi to help him out.
I don't like Zeus versus Quap. They do have the NP and the Bounty Hunter, so if they want to commit resources towards mid, they could run a Zeus, but then they need a more sustainable carry, something like a Gyrocopter, Juggernaut, who doesn't really need too much help. you're up against a Bat Rider, so he's going to get a ton out of the offlane if you.
It's kind of the vision
you don't
thing
run
as well,
that strong
though.
fighting
Like the
carry.
second you see Bat Rider and Ishe, you just Zeus ulti, and then you just know where everyone is. You can position yourself in team fights pretty well.
I want to see a disruptor, man. I don't.
They actually have a crazy high win rate with that.
Yeah, I mean, love disruptor picks against blinky heroes like Quap and also Bat Rider. They try to
It's like
grab you and you just bring them
82%.
back. Easy peasy. It's a pretty good answer. A Pucky!
Oh, you know what? I think they are going global. I'm still thinking Spectre will be the hero.
That's the kind of combo people usually pick it with.
Puck Spectre is dirty. I think it was undefeated at Starlight.
Dirty?
Dirty,
Why
and
is
it's
it
like
so-
good dirty. Like,
Explain why it's dirty.
Oh, yeah,
okay,
tell me
so
give me the dirt.
two things. First of all, whenever Spectre haunts, you get vision, which makes it really easy to set up a multiple hero dream coil. Second thing is when you coil, natural thing is you want to run away. You tend to spread, and that's when you take extra desolate damage. So the two just have great natural
10
synergy.
seconds
In combination with the Nature's Prophet, the ult, you're guaranteed to be hitting everyone because you
5
always have vision
seconds
from the haunt.
remaining.
So it's an incredibly strong combo. The one downside to Spectre, not very good against Bat Rider in the lane, so they will need a
Reserve time.
really good zoning support if they want to go for that.
Like what?
I mean, you mentioned Disruptor's not really Spectre plus
I don't think
Disruptor
you
is
wanna-
not strong
no.
enough. You need something that has more laning presence, like maybe like the Witch Doctor or a Dazzle potentially. But it would be giving the Bat Rider a lot of space. That's the big downside to a
Didn't
Spectre
we
pick.
see General's Bat Rider yesterday in the second game, and he
destroyed.
completely, basically got the game for them?
Ember Spirit.
Oh, will be the Ember.
Ember Spirit.
It's really good one
Turn
versus
So
bot.
yeah, it's a safer option that still
Yeah.
does some of the things as Spectre does. It's not quite as greedy, but still brings that
It
team
has
fight presence.
great lockdown for Queen of Pain with the chains as well.
It's not an easy Ember game though. Like they have
No,
tons of
it's not.
lockdown for him.
They
Dendi has
picked it
been
into a Bane.
Dendi has been rushing Orchid almost every game, and yeah, on top of that, they have a Bane support. So, gonna be tough for Ember. There's also no defensive support for Ad Finem right now at all. No
Dire
Dazzle,
team
no Venge, nothing to keep this Ember safe if he gets caught.
That's why
This
Disruptor
seems like
is
an
not
Abaddon
full.
game for Ad Finem. Like I don't know if they play Abaddon, but they have both the Bat Rider ulti and the Bane ulti. Like
It could be good, yeah.
it's pretty decent.
Is
It's
it good
not
enough
great.
on lane?
Well, if you have Ember
10
Spirit, the hero
seconds
itself
remaining.
gives so much to your lane. Like you have lockdown and damage on.
So what is the Dayara hero that
5
they're gonna ban
seconds
now?
remaining.
That Marana?
The Row.
Well, we see the return of the Lady
Navi's
Marana,
turn to
Well, that's a
pick.
nice
the
ban
priestess
actually.
of the moon. No, they banned
I
the
mean, you
drown.
got Bane into Arrow. That's
They're a
very
little weak
solid.
at taking objectives is the main thing I feel like Navi's lacking right now. Is there a Dayara hero that's particularly good at that? Trying to think. Juggernaut? No, he doesn't.
No,
really, they've
the
been playing a
forgotten
lot
hero.
of Gyro for him
It's a
as well.
Sven.
Sven, easy pick.
Dire team
Can't go wrong with a Sven.
Oh, good. Great at taking objectives.
That's
Yeah, yeah.
more lockdown as well for Ember Spirit. And the war cry
You
with the
can
sleight of fist
potential. I
is,
mean,
like,
there is
super
of course a
legit.
travel time for the Stormhammer, so you can get away from that.
Yeah,
with
but
the
on
running.
its
your war
own,
cry-
it's not enough, but like you sleep
Yeah.
into Stormhammer.
Yeah. Yeah.
sort of
Oh
thing,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yes, for sure.
All right, so who's our pick here for Ad Finem?
Let's go Abaddon.
I mean, yeah, I feel like they need a reactionary support.
They need a defensive support. This
support.
Ember is going to get absolutely dumped on.
Is Witch
otherwise.
Doctor not enough?
No, the
No
heal doesn't do
way.
anything. You're getting
5 seconds
these Queen of Pain ulti, Sven, God Strength just wailing on you.
Treant Protector.
I actually like Abaddon better. There's a lot of single target.
You can get rid of
nukes
the
here.
lasso.
Yeah, the lasso, the Venge Stun, the potential
The thing is though,
Orchid
do they
from the
play it? Like
Claw.
Abaddon,
Lion.
As it will be live.
But there is
Okay,
the Lion.
so it's
Hey,
kinda-
I wanted more Lion.
Is he the right pick here, though? A
it's kind
lion?
of the opposite. You just go aggressive and like set the tempo with the line.
Yeah, that worked out really well last game.
I'm worried about how much. I'm worried about how much the Bat Rider is going to get in the lane. Like that's the big concern for me right now.
Yeah.
Looking at Navi's draft, if Bat has a good start, there are some heroes here that are just food. Lion
Yeah.
is food if he gets caught. Prophet as well.
Look at what appeared on screen.
All
These
right.
boxes of teams.
We're gonna go
boys.
first. They have Venge, Quap, Bat Rider. This is like comfort picks for Navi. They got this. They got this.
I want Slacks to go first.
You know, I've been wrong before. I'm ready to be wrong again.
Don't say Navi, dude. I got this. Just
Screw it. You know, I want to be right for once. Navi. Navi's going to win easy.
Okay, now this is actually really hard.
All right.
You gotta say it.
I'm sick of supporting the little guy. Daddy wants to be
I
right.
think Navi's draft is so good for them that even though Jake predicted Navi, it's still going to be Navi. So I am on
Dang.
your side today, Shiver. Are you flopping? Or are
We
you
are on my
staying?
side.
On your side of the predictions here.
Okay,
You're
because
on the Navi side.
I have not predicted anything yet. But I did. At first I said it was gonna be 1-1. with Finem winning game number 1. They didn't do that. I kind of feel like maybe they're better prepared this time, and I feel like someone has to take the side. Devil's advocate I shall be. It will be Finem. Let's find out what our commentators think, though, because it's time for game 2, Finem versus Na'Vi, with OD Pixel and Draskell.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the casting panel. I'm OD Pixel, I'm here with Andy. We're ready to get ourselves into game 2 of Na'Vi versus Finem. Now Na'Vi, there's always been that constant question, are Na'Vi yet back? And I think this is the testing point. Can they break that 100% win rate of Finem's Bounty Hunter? That is going to be the test. If they can do that, I'd say Na'Vi's back.
They have good supports against it, honestly. Like Venge and Bane are fairly tanky in their own right. So normally you think of heroes like Spirit Breaker, Tusk back when Bounty Hunter used to be much more prevalent in the scene, as were the counters. But I think this team is fine, actually. And Queen is very hard to kill. Even if you can pressure the lane, you can't really go for any like all-in dive or anything crazy like that against a hero with a blink. So I think Na'Vi have a pretty decent lineup against it. But again, it's Finem, and I don't think that there's many better bounty players out there right now than maybe next time. So we will just have to see.
We will indeed see how much MNT can get done. Indeed, the good start here for Na'Vi, though, as they did secure themselves both runes. And already in the mid lane, preparing for a nice lane here for Dendi. Snake hanging around, sentries dropped as well. And already straight with the brain set, ready to start to trade hits with the puck and make as much space as he can for Dendi to get that good start that he needs on the quad, so that Dendi can continue into the mid game and have the amount of impact that we've come to expect from Dendi on one of his signature heroes.
And they do have a tendency to prioritize mid a little bit. Even in the last game, we saw them rotating around to gank Thug when he was playing on the OD. So I wouldn't be surprised to see more of the same, as Sineko kind of already just chilling here in top lane. We can see it's just going to be the general off-lane bat. Probably not going to get any solo kills this time.
He had an amazing game yesterday against Spirit. It was against Spirit, wasn't it? Yes, it was. It was something like 5-1 and 9 really early on in the game. And already he's doing it again here. I mean, Madara has got 6 stacks on him. They do have MNT though on the bounty hunter.
Oh my god, no way.
Stacks. That's going to be first
my. They were baiting it intentionally, but they certainly didn't mean to have the hero die.
This one. Okay, with Skylark coming through, they should be able to punish it.
Oh, he's going to walk it off, man. Look at him. He's got boots. He's fine. No. See? Fine.
But, I mean, General Batrider, you take that any day. And mid lane, Thug's actually in trouble. He's got the orb and he will use it here to jump to the side.
How can you get, like, they were intentionally baiting that to go for the kill, and he still kills the Ember.
Like, I'm baiting. 6, 7 stacks, guys. I'm still baiting. Can we kill the bat now, please?
All right, I'm dead.
General Batrider, I mean, this is what they need to do. They really need to punish General. I think if there's a lane at this point you need to look at, it's got to be General's Batrider, because you can't let this man get out of hand. And already, again, I mean, 3 of them, they try and have a go at it, but General's out of there. He's fine.
This is some serious space creation, because every time they show the bounty on the map, that just takes pressure off of mid. Obviously, having the Bane here is going to be a deterrent for the bounty hunter to roam anyway. And
look at this mid. It's 12-6 against the 1-for-0.
Yeah, it's not close. We call this a beatdown.
Oh, MNT, here we go. He's an insane bounty hunter, but is he gonna get it? Is he gonna go for it? Is he? MNT.
He's got boots. He's got boots. It's got an empty bottle. It's definitely dead. Yeah.
Has been killed.
All right, that is the key to Finem maybe winning this bounty hunter. It's all about maybe next time's bounty. 100% win rate. It really has been quite something. They'll take it most chances that they can. They didn't take it in game 1 when they did have the opportunity to, but pulling out the bounty hunter card this time, of course, no messing around from Finem.
Maybe after the first game they were a little bit shaken. I wanted to go back to something they're a little bit more comfortable with, because I would actually say that the last draft from them was the most conventional. Skylark in some trouble here.
Did you out? He's got the Storm Hammer to follow through, and it will be a clean kill for Na'Vi at the bottom. Second on the board. MNT, some eyes onto mid, but Na'Vi do still have that sentry down. So this mid lane matchup just continuing to be incredibly bad for Thug, and I mean, you can't blame him. He's having to deal with Sineko on the Bane as well, but the CS difference is huge, and I mean, it just makes absolute sense why Na'Vi do choose to play this way and have this emphasis on the mid lane with an extra support, because it creates this much of a difference between the farm. Top lane, I'm going to go on to General again. He did get the Firefly off in time here. Bit of a flame break to knock him back, and General...
They can't chase.
That's the thing. Madara's got 4 stacks. He's got to get himself out of here. General just waltzes over Skylark. He does not care at all. And General's he's just toying with him on the top lane.
Seems to be a very proficient bat. I mean, you know, he plays a lot of heroes, actually. That's one of the things about General that I've always liked, is his hero pool is fairly large, but he just seems to know the limits of the heroes that he plays very well. Could be seeing the next generation of a great offlane player coming out from that guy. It's always a treat to see him play. But, you know, this early game, it's not going amazing for any means at Finem, considering their mid player still only has 5 CS.
Yeah, this is...
But we can always look to the idea that Thug doesn't necessarily need a ton of farm. He just needs to hit 6 and
I mean,
go
he needs
for,
some farm.
Well, he needs to go for like a
He
gank.
needs something.
Right? So he hits 6. So you have Nature's Prophet and Bounty Hunter. These are the types of heroes that function really well in global aggression type of strategies, where just getting the 6s is almost more important than the farm.
And Skylark, bottom lane
dead,
again.
yeah.
Oh.
They both eat the trees at the same time.
You got this. No, you got this. Oh, I thought you had that. No, I thought you had that.
Yeah, that was.
You get it.
That was good.
Oh, he's not going to get this, is he, General? He's got a flame break. I think he will.
Yeah, he's dead. He might even kill Madara as well if he's not careful.
What is this?
This is what we like to call.
Is...
Game is hard right now. Game is super hard.
Well, we might be able to make it to the fast food place before it closes tonight, Andy, at this rate.
Yeah, no kidding. This is pretty brutal.
General, they could punish General there. He hasn't got the mana here for Firefly. Now with Skylark coming in as well. Suneko is there, though, and actually looking for Madara. Madara falling low. Suneko just waltzing past the tier 1, trying to find Madara. He won't be able to get it, though, because the Hex is there. And now, okay, mistake from Na'Vi, and it will be punished. Finem get themselves 2 kills. And 2 very nice ones as well. Madara's still going to make his way back to base there with a long, shameful walk. And still the mid lane matchup. 32-16 versus the 8-for-1, going from strength to strength for Dendi, who's just about to hit that level 6.
You know, Thug's experience-wise, he's only around 400 behind. The gold is really the biggest difference, obviously, due to the fact that Suneko is camping a lane for so long. So again, it's just all about the coil, getting the Bounty Hunter track. Ember Spirit is a great hero for fighting early. You get the remnants going, you can play pretty aggressive, although there is a sufficient amount of lockdown and burst damage on the side of Na'Vi to take him out. It just depends on how they coordinate the engagements themselves. And of course, Ditira getting his free farm on and also having 2 of the 4 kills on the side of Na'Vi. So this guy is also having a great early game.
Yeah. 39 against the Ember. I mean, at least Madara's been able to find something, but obviously General, I mean, doing what he can to slow down the farm with this Ember. I mean, 3 stacks. You're going to be a bit careful, son. He's going to move in. 4 stacks. General gets the Firefly up. Flame breaks well onto Madara. And 5 stacks. Madara. That's a lot of stacks, son. He is going to be fine, though, with the bolt charge. Oh, I say that. Denny's jumping in. Gets the dagger out, and Denny will punish that. Finds 1. This reaction in Suneko as well. Buying time for the screen to come back off cooldown, so Denny can look to follow through for a second one. Trying to chase Spartan. He's got a Sonic Wave. He's not messing. Denny with a double kill. Perfect rotation timing from the Quap coming out to the top lane. And they lose General, but a lot of very, very favorable action for the side of Na'Vi. And, of course, Dendi there just looking to use the Sonic Wave. And thanks to that, and the play from Suneko as well, gets himself a double.
In general, even when he goes down, he ends up taking heroes with him in some way, shape, or form. So the space is real from this offlane Batrider. And that's a kill, maybe?
It is. I mean, amongst it all, MNT is 203 on his bounty hunter.
100% kill contribution.
100% win rate.
Yep.
He is doing his best to make sure that that win rate goes untainted.
I think he's one of those players who plays everything fairly well, but his bounty hunter's just on another level.
Bottom lane, Spartan being gone on by Ditira and Artstar. Skylark's actually come through here. Ditira cleaving down the Treants. Doug's coming in rotation, gets the Dream Call out onto 2. The Illusory Orb will finish off the Venge. Can they get Ditira as well? He's trying to play it around here, hiding behind the tree, but it looks like they might actually get themselves a second one here. He is still punching very hard, but they will find it. They'll get themselves the Sven kill. And at Finem, they're certainly closing the gap in terms of kills that Na'Vi was able to set ahead of them at the start. And we're 8 minutes in, it's 7 for 7. The farm still favoring the side of Na'Vi, though, as you can see between the cores on the safe lane and the mid. There is that pretty sizable gap between them, at least 1k, and it's another kill for the man.
That was actually pretty hysterical, that kill. So he got dusted, right? the bounty hunter, and he was just walking back and forth between the Roshan pit, like trying to fog him, because you know when you go in, you can't see out, and if you go out, you can't see in. But Seneko found a sweet spot to just stand, and he was still running back and forth, just getting auto-attacked every single time. That was good.
Seneko.
Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, so, you know, we were talking about how Adfinem's laning phase wasn't going great, but Thug's starting to catch up a bit. I mean, 25 compared to 54 is a much better state than he was at a couple of minutes ago. He's got Coil available. He's going for the max silence build, obviously playing against a Queen of Pain. That's going to be very useful for him. And when that bounty hunter hits 6, you know, it's go time for Adfinem.
Yeah, they certainly can find that gold.
Look at this fat EXP this bounty hunter is getting, man. Thank you, Sven. He just got like a half a level from that, actually, the bounty.
Look at that. Rather deep here, outfit him up in between the tier 1s and the tier 2s on this high ground.
Yeah, I think
But
he knew.
Na'Vi are there in full force. As Spartan, he's going to be left behind. The rest of Outfit go, all right, boys, we shouldn't hang around here any longer.
He's tanking the gank, you know? But I think Dityaron knew how much experience he was getting from killing the creeps and just knew that the bounty hunter was nearby. Because, I mean, if you're paying close enough attention, you're just watching your bar move, you can see
So
that.
onto Thug, Artstyle trying to line up for a magic missile. He will get silenced, and MNT is there, looking for the kill onto Artstyle. Still now onto Thug, the Sonic Wave as well. They will lose Seneko. No, sorry, Artstyle on the Venge, but they do find the kill onto Thug in return, so it's worthy. It is a worthy trade for Na'Vi.
Well, Skylark is getting a little bit of space in the meantime, and this is the kind of stuff that you have to always be kind of worried about. General could be in trouble here.
He's trying to go.
Woohoo! That's some damage right there. For those of you who don't know, after mitigation, level 1 finger does exactly 450 damage. So an impale and a finger is...
Not bad.
Yeah, it's close to 600 damage, pretty much.
Yeah, it was a nice pickup as well, because of course you've got General sitting on quite a bit of gold. He was sitting on, I believe, about 1600 before that, so that would have knocked him back a few hundred on the Batrider.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of hundred to be precise. On his road to that Blink Dagger.
He's still going to have it fairly soon. Like, considering it's off lane, he's got pretty decent farm, comparable to what Skylark has. And of course, he did kill a safe laner in a tri-lane, which still blows my mind that that can even happen in this game. But a much better start here from Adfinem in game 2. I don't have that looming sense of, okay, there's going to be some kind of 5-man death ball where you're just not going to be able to do anything. This is going to be a much more skirmishy, fighty type of game.
Yeah. Mid lane,
That grip.
Fiend's Grip, straight up onto Thug. No escape for the man.
That combo is so hard to dodge as Puck. Like, you basically have to, like, orb and phase shift before the Venge even gets to you to swap. That's, like, the only way you can dodge it. Because if he just targets Fiend's Grip and you get swapped in, you're just instantly gripped, and then you can't do anything.
Yeah, there's so much you got to play around as the Puck this game. Dust comes out, they catch out MNT, and Dendy jumps in. Oh, they got the vision, they're taking him down. Dendy finds one. Skylark just wandering around. I'm not sure he knows what to do here. Magic Missile up. Artstyle is being sprouted. Madara comes through, but he will get Brain 7 now. Have to be a bit careful. Nice stuff from Spartan. Will finish off the kill onto the Venge. But Dendy, Seneko, and Ditcher are still around, looking to find some more in return. And Dendy now on an unstoppable streak. Tries to jump in onto Skylark, but he will be able to TP away. 13-10 for Na'Vi. As you said, it's, in terms of kills, not as bad, because I believe in game 1 there's a point where it's like 9 for 1.
Yeah.
So Adfinem at least finding something in return, but as we can see on the net worth, the numbers certainly favoring the side of Na'Vi still at this point, 12 minutes in.
They're just showing once again their teamwork, coordination, shot calling just seems to be a little bit better than Adfinim's right now. And just edging them out in terms of play. I still think Adfinem have a lot left in this game. Like, their team fight is pretty scary, but that is a fast
12-minute Orchid.
Okay, he doesn't have treads, actually.
Okay.
So not finishing the treads makes it much I was like, man, 12 minutes with treads, that would be super impressive.
Sentries drop down, MNT breaking the smoke at Na'Vi.
This makes Puck's life, and, well, pretty much everyone actually on the side of Adfinem. Like, Ember and Puck are both really hard countered by... Yeah, it's not so great to play against this super early timing.
Smoke
and
here, could catch General, but yeah. The timing couldn't be more perfect for the man on the bat. Literally buying that blink, what, seconds before that gank touched upon him.
It could mean that Madara is dead as well.
And it is indeed, is that Orchid. Artstyle, he's got a stun. They'll pop the Sonic Word, no messing around. They don't want to give that Flame Guard a chance to keep that man alive, so straight in with the Pure.
It's kind of cool to see, like, the resurgence of Queen of Pain again, you know? Teams starting to prioritize picking that hero back up. I mean, it was a Dendy favorite for how knows, you know, who knows how long.
And he's still certainly got it.
Yeah. You know, he's 7-0-0 right now. They gave him the start that he's looking for, and when he's ahead, he's the type of player who knows how to push the limits of the hero very well. It's Finem pressuring the tier 1 mid here in the meantime.
TP's coming through. There's a Fiend Strip onto MNT underneath the ward. They've got the vision. General coming through as well, looking to finish him off. And Bounty keeping himself alive for the time being. On the side, Dendy silencing up Thug. Matter actually jumping forward aggressively here with the Remnants. They'll get the chains onto Dendy. Waiting for Silas as well. Now take down the quad. Big kill here for the side of Finem. And that money will go the way of Madara. Look at this MNT. He's playing around them here on this Bounty. It's a miracle that he's still alive. But that was a big exchange for Finem.
Yeah, that's one of the downsides of the Orchid Queen is that you actually have no health. And because he didn't even have his treads finished, Queen has really abysmal strength.
He's got like less than 800 HP probably, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is the Naked Orchid does leave you very susceptible to just instant death from, you know, blink puck initiations or getting Searing Chained.
Oh, we talked about being Searing Chained. General, he's got to feel the force of it. Skylark's there as well. And again, it's these track kills. This is how Finem get themselves back in the game. And I keep saying it, but they've got a 100% win rate with Bounty Hunter. And this could be a game where we see indeed why that is the case. As maybe next time at the moment, he really is doing a lot for his team. I mean, we saw there, he should have died in that. He was gripped up, they've dropped a sentry. We had to look elsewhere for the other action going on to the sidelines, but I can't believe he actually managed to survive through that.
Track run speed saved him, because he just got to the high ground, and then once you get to high ground, they're too busy thinking about the rest of the team fight to chase a bounty hunter. And sometimes you just have to kind of cut the loss and say, okay, this hero's not going to die unless we commit too much. And they just made the choice to try to help out Dendy instead. Unfortunately, that didn't work either because they were too far away. So just getting a bit pulled apart from the side of Finem. But like you were saying, they're in their comfort zone here, Finem, with the hero picks that they have.
Smoke up from Na'Vi.
And there's actually almost a blink on Thug as well, which will make it kind of a who can initiate better, I suppose. Can the Queen get the Orchid on the puck in the beginning and just kill him right away because there's not really a save for him? If that happens, I think Na'Vi take the fight pretty handedly, and there's also the Bat Rider initiation.
Mid lane, Na'Vi just going to go for the push. They did smoke up and try for a bit of action, but not finding any of the members of Finem who are all down towards the bottom. Do indeed get that very nice ward down behind enemy lines. Top lane, Madara, going to be silenced up here. TP's coming through as well. General is then. He does have a lasso available. Madara, can he get himself out? Yes, he can. General, it looked like he just couldn't get close enough to get that lasso off.
Boots of travel, man. What an item.
This is going to give space for Finem on the bottom lane. I mean, we've already said this, but game 2 looking much better for Finem than game 1.
And Skylark's got a pretty reasonable amount of farm, too. He's almost got the Maelstrom completed, already on drums and phase as well. And they're splitting up the map very nicely, making Na'Vi commit to these really skirmish-type engagements and getting so much information for maybe next time walking around the map, just knowing how to maneuver, what they can get away with in terms of pushing. It's a very calculated game this time around here from Finem. They don't have to worry about this death ball knocking at their tier 3s at 20-some-odd minutes into the game. I think this is a much more comfortable pace for them to play.
In this game as well, we did see, I think it was Thug yesterday who went for the Veil build on the puck.
Yeah, no, it was an offlane puck that game, wasn't it?
No, I think it was a mid puck, wasn't it? I can't remember.
I thought it was offlane. Maybe it was mid.
But I mean, no, it wasn't. It was Iceberg, sorry, wasn't it? You're right. Weapus is on point. It was indeed Iceberg for Team Spirit. Okay. But I've been talking about the puck. What would you go for this game? Because of the Queen squishiness, do you just get that Dagon next after the blink?
It has been a favorite, but I think Yule's is more likely, just because
the Orchid.
Yeah, it's not only good against the Orchid, but it's also good against Bane. It's good against Bat Rider. Even the Sven, you throw him up in the air when he has God Strength on prior to BKB, because unlike how Finem played the Sven, Ditchira's been much more active in trying to come to fights at the very least, rather than just like sitting and farming like Madara typically does.
Oh, silence on silence action here, and Dendy, he's been caught out. Oh, jumping to the side there, 20 HP
Still
has been tracked. Skylark will chase him down.
Got him. Golden Bank. Dendy did spend his money though, but that's 2 deaths in a row for him.
I was going to say, and now, Saneko. Dream Code up, rifted as well. He has got the backup of General, who gets the lasso up on MNT, but the stun again from Sparta gets one. Finger onto General, double kill for the line. Arstal as well, taken down. And I think at this point, Andy, you've got to say it's Finem in the driving seat. These are track kills. Look at this money. This is great for Finem and Na'Vi. I think they may start to feel the power of that bounty hunter from Finem.
Yeah, this is what I was saying though. Is their lane mid. Puck is not that hero who needs an amazing start. That's why sometimes we even do see it in the offlane position. It's more just about the team fight that he offers, and having the max silence very early, just in the Puck Queen matchup, means that Dendi ends up dying in extra time. And because Na'Vi try to take a team fight after one of their highest damage dealers and highest net worth heroes is already dead, Finem just punished them for it so hard. And they're highly mobile, like Blink on Puck, Track Speed, Ember Spirit, Nature's Prophet. Once the fight starts, if you're not already inside of your base, you're not getting away. Like, you're just going to get ran down. The only person with an escape mechanism right now is General and Dendi, of course, with his built-in blink. But the rest of the heroes just can't get away.
Yeah, I mean, if you are Na'Vi off the back of kind of these few plays, what's the next point of action? You've obviously been making, you know, plays that haven't been working out. You've got to do something a little bit different. You've got to try and deal with this bounty just being able to throw the tracks out in this fight.
It's really all about initiation. That's going to be the key point in this game.
Adder's actually jumped in fairly deep here into the jungle. I guess he has got the backup, General, in the sidelines. Flying up there, spotting him out here. He will blink over towards the Roshan pit and...
Nice move there.
Yeah, should be fine for the time being.
But they could, yeah, they're just going to go for Roche. I was going to say, they're in a really good position. They have one really offensive ward out. They're going to place another around the ramp just to be able to see if anybody's going to be walking down. It's a very hard one to de-ward, actually, because you can't see it from standing on the high ground. You actually have to, like, physically walk there to de-ward that.
Did Na'Vi smoke up in the mid? Are they smoked to the moment? Yeah, they are, but
they're going around.
They're going the wrong way.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of hard to anticipate Finem's Roche because their Roshan isn't very fast, but it's safe because of the fact that they have a Nature's Prophet. And again, this is the same ideology that Finem had in Game 1 when they were behind, is we want to smoke and try to look for a straggler rather than just commit to a 5-on-5 fight that we don't know that we're going to win for sure. Now, granted, we have the spectator view, so we know that they would win because the heroes are so low, but they can't know that, so it's going to be a Roshan here going the way of Finem. And in the meantime, Na'Vi are going to be pressuring the safe lane tier 2, so they take the second best option, which is we're going to force Finem back, so they can't just instantly pressure a lane with the Aegis. If they're not going to be able to push mid for that tier 2, they're going to have to de-push at the very least top first. And they can always go back to the Sven. It's not as if, you know, we were talking about last game how the Sven can be such a big impact even if the game is really out of control. I think that Dityara can be in that same position here in this game as well. The only problem is it's hard for his team besides the Batrider to lock heroes down for him. So if General gets a good lasso target and he has BKB, that hero's dead. So because he doesn't have to go blink himself, he's allowed to go BKB very early. And I think that helps Na'Vi.
Oh.
You know, I mean, I know he was excited that I was talking about his BKB, and he's just like, I got you, man.
This new voice activation tech.
Well, now if they lose, it's my fault, and now I feel bad.
Yeah. Don't say it again, Andy.
I'm sorry. That's a taboo word from now on. We're just gonna ignore that item.
Mech now done as well for Seneko on the Bane, so Na'Vi are starting to pull more items together that's going to strengthen their team fight. It's going to be the blink for the bounty, so already, I mean, maybe next time's positioning on this hero has been pretty impeccable in the games that we've seen him bring it out, and this is just going to help him do so even more.
Surprising that he himself opted out of going for the mech and just went straight for a blink dagger. I mean, the positioning is really important in this type of game because there's so many forms of initiation from Na'Vi. Like, there's going to eventually be a blink on the Sven.
Yep.
Blink Orchid Dendi, blink on General. So I kind of understand the logic, but at the same time, I think mech is just so nice against like Queen of Pain, being able to stop a hero from maybe dying inside of a Fiend's Grip.
Dire's middle tower.
He could just be thinking if a hero gets jumped that they're going to die regardless, and then a mech is probably not going to save them.
As we can see, it's still a very, very close game, but Na'Vi, they need to find some of these fights where they don't find even trades, because the trades are certainly not even when there's a bounty in the mix for the side of Finem. They need to get pickoffs without losing anything in return. And we might see something kick off here as Na'Vi moving around towards the bottom.
Oh boy.
Oh, Thug gets the silence onto Ditchera. Tracked up as well, fingered as well, but General jumps in. Lasso to spawn 1-2. Ditchera gets the BKB out and find it. Now with the grip onto Matter. Oh, he's still down, but he's got that Aegis. He's going to be back for round 2. Can he get himself out of this one, though? No, he's being controlled and will be taken down. And as I said, that's what Na'Vi needed. They don't lose anything, and they find themselves a support and a big high-priority kill, and they may just find more. The dust from General onto the bounty. A third pick-off as well. This is exactly what Na'Vi need to swing themselves back in.
Man, that's Sven just punching so hard there. The positioning in Madara was so far forward. Like, they caught out the Sven, and he sees the lasso, so his first inclination is, oh, I'm pretty safe, actually. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I got Aegis, and there's only one other hero on the team who can really lock me down, and that's Dendi. So he's, like, positioned super far up, and then Sven's like, oh, hey, I heard you like God Strength and being Fiend Script, and he just gets wrecked. So, I don't know. I think that fight in general, Finem had the right idea, but again, it just all comes down to who gets the better jump, and unfortunately, dumping everything into a 2100 health BKB Sven is not the play, because they just don't have enough lockdown to kill him in that time.
Oh. Thug jumping in, silence onto Artstar. Able to get the vision to get one track out. Now Finem looking to fight here, jumping in with a remnant onto Artstar, swaps himself around here. As he gets to stay alive a bit, the Dream Call comes out to do a Ditchera. He's got the BKB, they got straight, but he starts to cut through them all. Matter is silenced down by the Orca from then. They find themselves a second. Scarlet looking to TP out the tree line. He will be able to make it. BKB'd up as well. Nothing to do that they can to stop him.
All right. I hope Scriff was paying attention there, because I want to see that again and the replay after the game, because that Stormhammer did not know what to do. It like flew out on Madara, right? Because Sven wants to initiate on him, and then because he used his Remnant to go back, he got his team 3-man stunned because Remnant doesn't disjoint. So they just ate a 3-man Stormhammer, and Ditchera just goes ham. Another little unfortunate engagement there coming in from Finem.
Dire's bottom tower is
19-19. We're seeing that both teams certainly have the pan this fight. Oh, General, he tries for a dust there.
He was close, very close. This is, well, actually, it doesn't have another one. I was going to say, this is when you hope that you have another sentry or can trade the dust to somebody else.
A lot of pings coming out. They know. Sentry's down.
See you later.
It's very, very nice awareness from Na'Vi.
Sorry, did you say star?
Was he in the XP range of that camp? Is that why? I'm not sure.
I think they saw the initial movement from the river with the ward and...
No, there's no sentry there. Or was he not in... there is a sentry. Sorry, there is a sentry there. Yeah, okay. I didn't see it on the minimap, but there is one there.
Yeah, that's why I tried with the random dust, yeah. Out Thug. The Spawn still coming across. They do have a finger to pop. Well, that's how they won't find anything. Matter it. Getting some more space up in this top lane. 1k going on top of the Battle Fury.
It's getting kind of hectic for Finem because their heroes aren't really good at fighting into a Sven when all his cooldowns are up. Like, the way they want to take the fight is try to kite it out or get 1 or 2 early picks, disengage, wait out the BKB duration. Because if this game gets to a stage, and I'm sure it will, where Ditchera only has like a 5-second BKB, the fights become much more manageable.
Yeah.
Because that way you don't have to say, all right, this Sven's got really high movement speed, we can't CC him, he's just going ham. You can just wait out the 5 seconds, hopefully bait it, and then kite the Sven until he's dead. But Na'Vi have been coordinating fairly well. Getting lassos into Sven auto attacks is always going to be a nice combo if you can make it happen, and plus art style being able to swap offensively has been helping quite a bit on top of that.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Sven.
Wait, he bought a Chrysalis and then... No, he still has it, okay. I thought he sold it for a second, but no, he does still have it. So not going to go for the blink at all, just going to go for the straight up damage build. I think that's okay, given the team that he has. There's a lot of ways for them to initiate fights that don't revolve him having an actual BKB.
Oh, mid lane. Na'Vi kicking off here, looking for General, but General's going to be fine. The rest of Na'Vi coming through. Artstar being tracked up with the Stormhammer, flies through onto MNT. Finem, Spartan getting the stun through, but Denny jumps in with the BKB, finds himself on MNT, looking for the TP out. Is going to make it. Lasso there to cancel it. It's a double kill for Dendi. It may be even a triple as well. Nah, it's going to go the way of Seneko, that one, but it's a third one nonetheless for Na'Vi. Finem punished there for was a bit of an aggressive play. They did come all in and they did drop that coil onto the Batrider trying to find it, but Na'Vi were there and ready to back him up and turn it straight around.
There's 2 engagements back-to-back where Finem don't get the target they jump on. So last time they went on Ditira, obviously he's super tanky. He gets his BKB off. They end up turning the fight because of it. And this time they go on Dendi, who gets swapped out. He gets really low but doesn't die. He'll be all right.
And Spurs were using on Dendi because he himself actually didn't have the orb. It's back off now.
In those situations, if you're low on health, it's actually always better to Yule's the queen instead of yourself, because when you come down, if you're pretty much just going to... It's very easy to predict what you're going to do, you know what I mean? It's just much easier to Yule's him and then walk away, make him commit the blink, and then you just run away. But yeah. This game so far, Na'Vi have just gotten the cores to a state of tankiness where Finem can't burst them anymore. And their physical damage output is pretty much completely reliant on this point on the Ember, and he doesn't have enough farm. And he's also being forced into going a Manta style, which means he's going to do even less damage. So Madara needs, he needs to finish the Manta and get a Daedalus, I think, before they're starting to reach this kind of comfortability with being able to take down other heroes. Because right now, they can't burst Dendi and they cannot burst Ditira, especially if the Venge is around. They just don't have enough.
Oh,
that's a Battle Fury.
I love that.
That's a Battle Fury Sven, boys.
I'm all for a bit more cleavage. I mean, that's what, 100% now every chop.
I think
is that what it's 60-something?
It's more. Wait, I didn't even read I couldn't read what that said.
Can't be Arteezy.
Can't be Arteezy, okay.
Hey, see, how much is the cleave? It's something like 66, isn't it? And
yeah,
then plus
Sven's
66 plus 35?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's over 100. It's 111, I think. Something like that.
Oh, the sprout. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Shane, thank you. Sorry, my memes were out of
Did you not?
data.
Did you
Sorry.
not?
I was just dreaming of Arteezy.
Yeah, but
yes, but
I
no.
thought that's what you meant when you said that he was getting it to break the sprout.
That was a cause of weapon saying yes. Yes, so indeed. I mean, yeah, this is going to be quite impressive as well. I mean, you don't want to stand anywhere near the Sven if that wasn't the case already. And well, this is a great way for the fight to start. Thug's been dragged in and taken down.
It's just bonus kills for Na'Vi. Finem just not in a great position. General once again making things happen for his team. He's died a bunch this game, but you can't say the guy hasn't made space, and he certainly did well in his lane.
Regeneration.
Yeah, this is. I mean, Sven is out of hand. They just can't. I don't know how they can kill him in these fights, especially the way that Na'Vi are playing around him.
But that's why Finem are constantly playing this hyper-aggression style, because they know that there's going to be this mid-game timing where they can't really deal with the Sven, and it's going to take a very long time for when they're going to regain control based on the Ember's farm, based on, maybe the Puck getting another item like not a coil, getting an Aghanims for the coil.
Yeah.
But it's still very far off that, and defending high ground is going to be a little bit rough. They don't have the greatest of deep push. I suppose Ember is not bad, but again, he has
to get that damage build though.
Yeah, he has to be the one also split pushing on top of that, so it's going to be tricky. It's a lot of armor coming in from the Warcry.
Can they force Na'Vi back though with this push on top? I don't. Nah, they're already backing up.
There's God strength on Sven. I don't know. It's pretty hard to stop.
Spartan,
good stun.
Stun onto 2, but General in response jumps in, gets the lasso off on Spartan, drags him back, that's the line gone. Gerard moving back over the God Straight, looking to finish off this tier 3. Silence up, bursted down fairly low with the mech coming out for Seneko. Could have put Ditcher on a bit of a better position.
He's holding on to his BKB for so long. He really wants to commit for this.
Dream Coil onto 3, 4, but where's the follow-up? There's going to be a swap onto Artstyle, so the Dream Coil stun will connect. Jumping in, this Poke trying to do what he can to hold them back, bringing them low. Slider Fist of the Change, it will take down one. Seneko's gone. But so are the racks in the middle lane. Skylark looking for the rat. Rat-a-tat-tat on the top lane. Dendi's come back. Skylark, can he play his way out of this one? He's just going to go for the outright click. 1v1 me son, 1v1 me son. Oh! Skylark!
TP, dude!
TP, my son!
He waited too long.
Oh! He really did. He really did. That was so nearly the play from the map. But this is pretty huge for them. Ditcher getting left alone.
Yep.
Na'Vi leaving behind the carry.
They did get racks,
punished.
though. They did get racks. So I think it's still fine for Na'Vi. Like, they lose a couple of heroes. Obviously, not going to lose any real big objective. Roshan, obviously not up. This is not the greatest position. Why? Dude, just TP out. Like, why did he stand there? I'm so confused.
Oh, it wasn't on cooldown, was it? After him?
No, it wasn't on
he's been
cooldown.
sitting out
He
top lane
had
for a
not
long
only a
time.
TP scroll, but his regular teleportation was off cooldown as well.
Maybe he was like, oh, which do I use? Shall I use
Yeah,
this?
he
Shall I
actually
use
got
this?
confused.
We'll go
It would have actually been so big for him to make it out there, too, because he would have gotten Aegis for free. Like, Dendi made an overcommitment, and just a mistake from Skylark ends up getting him killed.
Yeah, underestimated the right click of this Nature's Prophet. Well, I've Finem holding him, but Na'Vi are the ones that are finding the bigger objectives.
Well, the fact that the Ember was there for those kills, like, getting the Sven off the board with track, like, he finished his Manta and he's got 2k, so it's not like he's far off of getting at least a little bit of damage output. And we saw that really the only people who can stand there and take the Sleight of Fist spam are pretty much the Sven and the Queen, because they have the highest amount of health and decent amounts of armor. So if you keep taking, like, these prolonged pushes, he wants it.
And he's going to get it. MNT is there, but Spartan's been all kitted up. Can he really survive for this one? In fact, MNT needs to be careful because Dendi has finished the Hex. Dropping onto the bounty. But he's stuck in the trees. He's stuck in the trees. He's RT'd himself, but he pops the BKB. He will be able to blink out. Nadara jumping in, slide onto 2. Snakeo's there as well, as long with Ditchera. So Finem will start to get themselves out. MNT, oh, now he's there. He manages to slide across, but the feed script was cast in time. So they do get him. And they will lose 3 here at Finem. Madara, as you said, with that money, has that Crystallis. They had a high ground defense. This is going to start to get scarier and scarier. But I feel that we're maybe seeing a game where the Ember's got to consider a Divine Rapier, surely, if he gets the gold for it.
I think he needs to go crit first.
Well, finish the full Daedalus.
Yeah, because if you buy the Crystallis, then...
Not enough?
If you want to buy Rapier, you just buy the Rapier. You don't buy Crystallis, then Rapier, you know what I mean? It just seems like an awkward build-up. Only the second game, that's a bit surprising. Maybe there's just not too many Nature's Prophets in Sven games. That could be the reason.
Oh, Thug jumping in. Fortification coming out as well. Spartan with the stun, the finger onto Ditchera. Madara gets swapped back, hexed up as well. Silenced through, Sonic Wave down. Everything being in front of the Ember Spirit, and he's gone for 74 seconds.
Dire's bottom.
No buyback at the moment.
Over, actually.
And here we have it. Thug still trying to dance around with Na'Vi, hold them off, but the push is too much.
There's no coil, there's no finger, no buyback on the Ember. They don't even have Nature's Prophet ulti, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but honestly, they need every bit of damage. And with God Strength, they're just going to walk top and kill this last set of racks.
I mean, Thug can continue to try and dance with him. Well, he's not actually going to have the chance to. Lassoed in. Spartan will get a stun onto 2, trying to buy time for his friend, and it will be enough for Thug, but Spartan pays with his life. 40 seconds now before Finem have the full lineup back up again. There's a BKB now done on Art Style. And these, they've got the Fiend's Grip off from Sadeko onto Skylark. General waltzing in with the Firefly, the Flame Breaks. Well, MNT just getting himself back to base. Thug looks to play his way around this as well. There'll be a buyback from the Nature's Prophet, buyback from the line. You could have the Ember back in 20, so maybe Finem can go for one last huzzah on this defense. They've managed to find the kill actually there onto the Vengeful Spirit. And now, moving forward, BKB's coming out from 2. Ditchera, BKB's and TP's out. Thug getting hexed up. Soneko looks to be one that's going to be left behind by the lineup of Na'Vi. They should be able to find the Bane. The question is, can they get any more? You saw the bounty already looking to try and chase for them, so Neko makes them fight for it. Popping the mech. It's a double kill for Thug. They do defend. Actually looking to... Oh, look. They're looking to try and close General off, and they might just do it here. They're looking for another kill, a third kill, and at Finem, they're holding on. They're not giving in yet. They've still got some fight to them. And with 3 down, we'll see how much they can achieve on this top lane push.
They're Megan, so they need to literally win the game right here. Life is pretty hard. I do think this is another situation of having a very winnable game that Finem played, but they're just not winning the fights that they need to win. Like, even going back to the first jungle fight where they found the Sven with BKB, didn't kill him, end up getting turned on, happens again. And every single time they're losing these fights, they're losing map control, they're losing Roshans. It's just Na'Vi with the better coordination in game 1 and game 2. I mean, he wants to go.
He's found himself a new home.
He's saying king me. He's made it to the enemy well.
That Curry's got a fair bit on as well. It's an AC and a full satanic recipe-wise. And Dendy's actually just been caught out of position. Whoa, okay, that's one gone. Ditra, he's been hexed up as well. If they got the control to deal with this man, there's a buyback from Dendy. Artstar swaps him out. BKB's himself up, and he's raised the front line here on the Venice. Dendy jumps forward, hex onto the with the stun from Spartan, holds Dendy back. Stormhammer flies across Feast Grip as well as MNT. They'll take down the bounty to Spartan. Lassoed up, all get it down as well. They get themselves a second double kill for Ditra. Madara trying to get himself out. Oh, he's going for the TP. He's going to make it. Oh, he nearly did, but the Nightmare was there to cancel it. Triple kill for Ditra. There'll be a buyback from the Ember Spirit. There is a buyback available for the Bounty Hunter. Thug, he's decided to offer himself up to Na'Vi. He says, guys, I want to be part of your roster. Oh, the Space Creator.
That was not the blink. Not the blink.
It was a good attempt.
Yeah, he tried.
It really was.
I don't know. It's kind of sad for Finem though, because I feel like they have the right ideas on what they need to do in the game. It's just the fights aren't favoring them every single time in this game.
Sven.
Yeah, this is the best, I guess, 7th slot for a Sven that you can get, in my opinion. Or maybe even 6 in some cases, if you don't need the extra damage from, like, crit or whatever. Refresh your bots, your God Strength, your BKB, because that's really the only time where a Sven is scary, right? Is when he has those things up.
Finem need to fight their life here.
Yeah, they need to, like, hope that Na'Vi funnel in one by one into the well.
Well, that's good. An early BKB from Artstar. Maybe that's the start to the kind of fight that Finem want to find. Ditra slides it down, but he pops the war cry. God Strength as well. They're just looking for objectives. Na'Vi wanting to finish this one. Madara, he's been hexed up. Oh, and he's gone. That's going to be it. GG, well played. Na'Vi take the game. Finem try as hard as they can here. It's a bit of a better performance than they were able to give in game 1, but still not good enough. That 100% win rate from the Bounty MNT has been shut down by Na'Vi, and a second win in the bank. And again, I think you'll say it yourself, it was just better play overall from Na'Vi. They certainly seem to be outplaying a lot of opponents now.
Yeah, I think that for whatever reason, their coordination and shot calling has been just much higher standard ever since, even a little bit before Starladder. Yeah. They just seem to be stepping it up with the new roster. And the drafts, I've always thought that they played a very strong aggressive style. Many CIS teams are used to it, but it just seems like their communication is just on point. And the fights show that. I think General actually helps their lineup so much because this guy has a great sense for when he can jump. And even though he had quite a bit of deaths that game, it doesn't really matter if you're taking favorable engagements against a team with a bounty every single time. Because that's the big thing. That's why Finem are like, okay, we need to fight, we need to fight, we need to fight. Because we have this bounty. We know that Navi's mid-game timing is really scary. When BKBs come up, our heroes just get this really kind of anemic feeling during the mid-game where we can't really burst anyone. We have to draw out the fight. And it's just every time they were going in, Na'Vi always had the answer. So it was just a game of a couple of team fights going wrong for them, and I'm excited to watch more at Finem because they're a team that I think play a very exciting style of Dota. They don't play passive. They're like, even if we're losing, we're going.
Yeah, absolutely, as you said. At Finem, I think not just today, but on all the days that we've been able to witness them so far in the Dream League, they have shown us that they can stand up to some of these stronger teams in the league and certainly give us quite a performance. But at the end of the day, it is Na'Vi taking it. We're going to see more Na'Vi today against London Conspiracy. Now that... just please don't go too hard on London Conspiracy. Be gentle. I'm sure I'm sure it's not going to be as bad as we think. LC, I believe in them. We'll see indeed what the panel find out later. But of course, first of all, we'll have to hear what the panel have to say about Na'Vi taking the series 2-0 against Finem. We'll see you guys in a bit.